What's up, guys? Welcome back. Been a while. Last video I did was the first drive, and that was 2 weekends ago. I really just kind of taking a little break, not from working on it, but just from filming, just trying to get more serious and getting a lot more done. It's hard to do when you gotta film, well, when you feel like you gotta film everything. But I'll just give you guys a little quick update of what I got going on and what I've been doing. Feels good out here. Since I spent about 10 minutes talking to my phone the other day without hitting record, let's try this again. All right, welcome back, or if you're new here, welcome. If you're new here or you came here from the Door Slammers videos or whatever it is, maybe you just clicked. That's my 93 hatch, Foxbody, LS, turbo, TH400, 8.8, basic budget setup. Anybody can do it, and I'm just looking to have fun with it. Not looking to set the road on fire, but I am gonna have fun. Looking to drive it as much as I can, looking to race it as much as I can. Just looking for something simple. It's a stock Gen 3 4.8. Got the truck manifold on it. Truck manifolds on it. VS 7875 next gen turbo. The only thing that's done to the motor, has a cam and it has valve springs and an oil pump, if you want to call that. Turbo 400 trans. Got a 4-inch bullhorn. It's on radials for now. Theirs are actually sold. Got dual AEM 400 fuel pumps, pre-filter and post-filter. Runs on E85. It will run on pump gas, but for the most part it's going to be on E85. VS everything, blow-up valve, and wastegate. Yeah, like I said, super budget, basic setup. VS intercooler, Speedway rad. Just look back at my old video. I'll link it up at the top if you want to see everything that's done to this, if you're new or if you're trying to learn more about how to do a swap. I had a small block Ford 331 with a Vortec blower C4 trans before this. Had nothing but problems. I bought it secondhand and there was just too many hands in the pot. I think everything was just messed up and rigged up and it just needed a lot of attention. So the easiest thing to do was just rip everything out and start fresh with something that you know is reliable. So I'm happy I did this. Also grateful because I met a lot of cool people along the way. A lot of followers on Instagram. I started a YouTube channel. Met a lot of cool people through the YouTube channel. People that I call my friends now, and hopefully one day I'll be able to meet and not just talk to through a computer screen. But yeah, let's get to what I've been doing the past couple weeks. So yeah, I mean, nothing really has changed that crazy. I did have to warranty my low dollar fuel pressure sensor. Brendan sent me one out in a few days and it works better. It was about 10 psi off than my mechanical gauge. So I used two of these and they were always at 43, and this one was at 33, 32, sometimes 31. So that made me know it was the sensor. So he sent me one out. No issue with that. Inside, it's a mess in here. I mean, it's truly a mess. Believe me, I don't even like looking at it. If I had the time and the knowledge, then I would definitely rewire all this. But the good thing about having this right here is the dash is going to cover it all up. It all works. I know it looks like a mess. I mean, it'll be tied up. It'll look a little better when I'm done everything. But for right now, it looks like a rat's nest. But you should have seen what it looked like before this. Got the shifter set. The cable is now set correctly. It shifts amazing. The seat needs to be adjusted just a little bit. Wiring wise, I hooked up the Mac valve. The trans brake and bump is all wired up. I did that last night. I wired them to the stock buttons. I'll show you that in a little bit. Other than that, what else? Yeah, we got these little two studs right here that we put everything to. Makes it a lot better and organized. This is all the stuff that still needs to be put on. No, it's a lot. I made this out of a radio delete. Made a little switch panel. Got the USB streetcar. Got my cow delete panel. Need to rivet that down. So the original plan was to move this intercooler out about 3-4 inches. As you can see, it's not touching, but it's very close. The plan was to move that out. It's only a 3-inch. I want to get a 4-inch. It's going to have to be moved out with a 4-inch, but I think for the time being, I'm just going to run it. Like I said, it's like the more this thing's down, the more I think of things that I want to do. You know, I want to move the catch can. I'd like to put that in the back. I'm going to move this out. I want to weld the cold side all together because it needs. If I need to push the intercooler out, it needs to be welded in one piece anyway. I want to make a turbo mount that goes to the head because nothing's supporting there right now. So it's like the more this thing's down, the more I want to do, and I gotta get it going. It's been sitting too long, and I'm just getting anxious now. Just run it how it is. Something happens, it happens. We'll go from there. Right now I have spacers on the wheels. Obviously, rubbing pretty good. So I'm gonna have to beat them fenders in a little bit, or try to get rid of the spacers, and hopefully it clears. Especially when I put a slick on this, it's gonna really want to rub a lot. Definitely needs an alignment. Wish that time will come. And since I'm leaving the intercooler right there for now, I guess I can put the fender and bumper back on. That's right back here. I also got a set of slicks and radials. So I got an extra pair of slicks, an extra pair of some junk radials that I can just do burnouts on or whatever. The dash right here. So I'm gonna have to cut this whole section out of my bumper for it to clear the intercooler. Get the fender right here. So if anybody wants to know how I wired up the trans brake and the bump to the stock horn buttons, so I kind of tore the stock harness apart, slimmed it down. I got it all taped up so it clears the airbag, but you got 2 wires coming from each button. 2 black wires. And then you have the connector right here, 1 blue, 1 purple, 1 black, or 2 blacks. And then what comes out, 1 black, 1 blue, 1 purple. So I ran 1 wire from each horn button to the 2 black which is the ground. So each one has 2 wires. I ran one of them each to the black. This one, I ran this to the blue. This is for the bump. The other one over here, trans brake, is purple. So you got the purple and the blue. So they run out into another connector on the column, which I guess I can show you. So when the steering wheel's on, you got this connector that connects into the piece I was just showing you. Goes through the clock spring, comes out right there. So usually there's a connector on the back side, which is actually right here. So I cut them because I didn't have the other piece to the connector. So I had to cut it and splice it into these. So you got the ground that comes out the other end. It goes to the ground. You got the blue wire. I have that ran right to the bump input on the Holly. And then the purple goes to the blue wire, and that runs to the trans brake input. They just run straight to them. Let's see if I can find it. So right here. They go right to the 2 inputs. White with the blue, white with the red. It's where they go to. Just straight to the input, and you got to set it up in the Holly. So if anybody wants to use the stock horn buttons to make it a little cleaner, that's what you got to do. Just slim this down a little bit. 2 wires from each horn button. 1 from each goes to ground. 1 go to the blue or the purple, whatever. And then goes through the connector, through the clock spring, right to an input. So yeah, I mean, slowly getting after it. Might make a brace or a mount for this map sensor so it doesn't blow out. Maybe just bolt something onto there. Really running out of things that I've done. Grab my list. So looking at my list, it's just all little stuff. I got to wire up the gauges, which that's nothing. Clear out the interior a little bit. I'd like to dry ice it and pour 15 paint it. And just like little stuff, nut and bolt everything, tighten the bump steer, get the alignment, probably do a hood latch on the hood, do an oil change. I need to get some fuel fittings because my cheap Jegs ones decided they want to leak. I need to put the interior back in, but I'm still wiring, so it's kind of hard. But I got the trans brake hooked up to the stock. I can't bump it, but that's the bump. And that's the trans brake. It works good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't know what else to really say. It's not that much. Very little stuff. And spring's coming very soon. And I want to be driving this, working out all the bugs in April. It's been too long. Been way too long. But thanks for checking me out. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what you like, what you don't like. Follow me on Instagram. See ya.